Number one, when this first came out, I supported bail reform. I met with the author, the Assemblyman from Alameda, the Assemblyman from Los Angeles, and the AG on this issue and talked about it. And if you think about it, we're here because of judges. That's a major part of the problem. If you go back on bail, there are 58 counties. In each county, a panel of judges sets the bail every 2 years. Every 2 years. So in California, for the charge of robbery, in one county, bail is $20,000. It goes all the way to $200,000 in another county, anywhere in between. Judges set the bail. It's problematic. In about 2008, 2009, we doubled the bails in California because of judges. This is like giving the fox the key to the hen house. And now the Judicial Council gets to do this and organize this. So once again, you have 58 different counties setting 58 different standards. There should be one bail, one standard. That's really the big issue with this, and you will still have the human factor judges making the decision. And that's really what it comes down to, and no one wants to talk about that. It's like reform fatigue. We had Prop 47, Prop 57, AB 109, we just voted on 1810 in a trailer bill. It is a fatigue. I want to thank Majority Leader Calderon for being involved in this and helping to try and make it better. The costs are enormous. $15 million to start off with, but then $200 million a year. It is way more than that, because think about it. Everyone, if you're on home detention, ankle bracelet, that's paid for. The monitoring system, that's paid for. Someone to monitor it, that's paid for. Someone to go out when you cut it off and leave an FTA, that's paid for. $200 million is a big issue. It's going to cost way more than that. And when you talk up to the proponents of the bill, they have no idea. It's really just a wild guess in dealing with that. Look at the Brock Turner case. A judge made a bad decisions. You're going to have that. You never take away the human factor. And even though I don't want to see more folks in jail, to be honest, this is going to put more folks in jail with that. And that's the bottom line. That's going to happen. We're going to come back and fix this. And yeah, we heard a bill a year ago, but nothing's happened. Nothing's happened in this House. There's been no hearings in this House on the issue. And it hasn't been vetted. There's not an urgency to do it right, to have a uniform bail schedule. You talk about FTAs, a lot of folks just don't show up for court. So in Sacramento County, currently, if you have more than because anyone can go in with a bail, and they OR a lot of people. Here's a good example. The jail 4 blocks away holds 2,500 inmates. That's the max for pretrial inmates. They book 50,000 prisoners in a year. 50,000. The vast majority go in and go out. They don't stay. The ones that stay average 5 felony convictions. So, oh, it's a drunk driving, a theft, I'm staying in jail. No, BS. I was a jail commander, ran it for 2 years, and they have a pretrial program there. So I know what I'm talking about on that. So people have to show up. LA and Orange County, I think it's 5 and 7, if you think about that. And on the FTA part, you go to the doctor, you go to the dentist, hey, here's your appointment card, show up for your appointment. A lot of folks just don't do that, and that's being honest. Riverside County, 250,000 outstanding warrants. San Bernardino County, 250,000 outstanding warrants. LA County, 2.1 million outstanding warrants, because people don't show up. And that's the real fact. You've got to have some responsibility and show up for your court date, and a lot of folks just don't do that. It needs to be fixed. Is this the right way to fix it? No, it's not the right way to fix it. Let's do it right and be thoughtful with it instead of just jamming it through. You go back to 1810, we got to fix that now. No one, they can't get anyone to fix it. So I mean, at some point, you've got to stop. You know, you keep hearing about, you know, we want to fix some things. We've done some good fixes for our justice system, but we never talk about the victims. Most of us aren't victims in here, and we don't live in the neighborhoods that are being affected. Because a lot of these folks are going back to the same neighborhoods, doing the same crime, affecting the same group of people, not us. And that's the sad part about it. They've got to live with it and deal with that. And the chickens are coming home to roost on some of this stuff. It's going to come back. You know, we've got to work on it and really have good conversations. I think we could have vetted this and talked about it and really had some really in-depth discussions with all the involved parties. It's like probation's a part of this. Probation was never talked about. Hey, how are we fixing this? What are we going to do? And most of your folks aren't going back to state prison. They're in the county jails, in the county systems. The county systems are overburdened right now. You see lawsuits for your county jails. Ask your sheriffs for medical issues, which state prisons got. The counties are getting that now. Probation's seeing lawsuits. So what's a state problem now has trickled down to counties, and it's not going to stop. So I guess my heartburn right now is, why do we give more powers to the judge, more power to the judges that started this? They raise the bells. Go back and you can get your bail schedule for each county and see how the bells progressively increase because of judges. They're still making it. We were in caucus, and I asked the Chief Justice, who I worked with, I talked about it. Judges do increase the bells, right? Yeah, she agreed, yeah. That's a problem with that. No one ever talked about it. It's never been mentioned here on the floor or in any hearings with anyone I've spoken to. We talked about FTAs in caucus. She goes, yeah, FTAs, people fail to appear. So you've got to fix those things and do it right. I mean, everyone's got an opinion and stuff, but until you see it and live it and deal with some of these folks that have been hurt by some of these individuals, and there's some bad folks out there, but some good folks too.
Assemblymember, your time is up. If you could bring your comments to a close, please.
But my thing is, let's do it thoughtfully, let's do it rationally. And in the last year, not a lot has happened with this, so I urge your no vote on this item.